The Japanese startup really see the kind of bright future opportunities. Obviously, that the many we can see that the number of the entrepreneurs or startup increase over time, and the amount of the investment flown into this kind of VC ecosystem being really dramatically kind of increase. So obviously we definitely see the future, more opportunities coming up for the VC investment space, especially the current government are pushing this kind of exercise or initiative that to increase the number of the startup or unicorn out of these countries. Especially we are very much motivated to generate a global unicorn out of Japan. I would say, obviously, from my position, that they're the two definitely the opportunities in parallel, and we have a very much solid opportunity for the buyout. Obviously, that we've been seeing quite a number of the succession opportunities that after the Second World War II, that many kind of entrepreneurs. In that sense, this is very the venture space. That many entrepreneurs are setting up their own business, but now their founder became the age to really have to succeed their business. But however, obviously, their children are now working for the investment banking or the big corporation. They don't really want to succeed their father's business. So now that the buyout are taking this opportunity to for the buyout. And another opportunity is really coming up that many Japanese big corporations are facing more fierce competitiveness in the global market. Obviously, that pushing the big corporation to focus on their core business and selling down non-core business. That giving quite a number of the opportunity for the buyout manager to capture the carve-out transaction from the big corporations. So that's for more buyout. And obviously, as I said, that these say the more entrepreneurs are increased, and especially quite interesting that in the past it was quite outliers are jumping into more like a venture space, but these days more smart people from the good university who used to work for the big corporation, now they choose to really work on the venture space, or they themselves to starting up their own business. That's quite promising trend that more young smart talents are getting into the more venture space to create more opportunity for the startup. For the buyout space, I believe that it's more like obviously mid-market, small to mid-market is really the main stream for the Japanese buyout space. But then obviously, having said that, more and more that the Japanese fund managers, they're increasing their fund size. So obviously they are now able to deal with more like the EV, like more than 300 million type of the transaction. They are actually be able to really work on, because again, we are more receiving the overseas money to our Japanese buyout fund. They're backing to increase more the fund size to really work on the big transactions these days. Large cap project. It's a very interesting question that obviously, if the emerging managers to enter this space, obviously from day one, they cannot really raise such a kind of big monies. So they usually starting from a kind of decent fund size, let's say, few hundred million or even below. Maybe I can take some example that, well, we are recently backing the one manager who are a spin out from the DBJ, which is called RA Partners. But they're definitely, emerging manager, you'd say, or they've been in this industry as a captive fund of the DBJ, Development Bank of Japan. And obviously their more focused area should be definitely more than 300 million US dollar type of the the transaction size. However, if you're an emerging manager, you cannot raise the money from day one. So you have to raise kind of decent amount for the fund side, starting with a little smaller transaction to develop kind of over time. But then again, the large, if you just talk about large and transaction, is too more dominated by the overseas managers. But because of that, GIC are setting up our own fund called GIC Capital to make sure to really work with overseas manager to achieve our mission to pursue a consolidation in the industry.